Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my home, my kitchen, and my heart. This is Fast Where the Flavor's At. We still have our wonderful guests here joining us today. We're going to do something a little bit out of my typical comfort zone, getting away from something Italian for a change and diving into something a little bit more Japanese, if you will. I'm a big fan of Chef Nobu. One of his famous signature dishes is his miso glazed black cod. We're going to make an effort to try to duplicate that. So, starts with a marinade. The marinade is very simple, a quarter cup each of sake, which is essentially rice wine. About a quarter cup of mirin, which I still don't know what the heck mirin is, to be honest with you. We'll put that in there, some kind of wine. And then about a quarter cup, so quarter cup of miso paste, which is basically just a soybean paste. And we're gonna wait for that to boil first. We're gonna cook the alcohol out of it before we add the miso paste. We'll incorporate that in very nicely. We'll create the marinade. We'll cook it down so it thickens just a little bit. We'll let it cool. When that's done, we're gonna take our beautiful pieces of black cod, lay them down, flesh side down into the glaze, cover with plastic wrap, put it in your refrigerator and let that sit in there for anywhere from 2 to 3 days and really let those flavors permeate the flesh of the fish before we actually get to the stovetop and we start cooking the fish. So this is starting to boil. Let's give it about a minute or so to cook the alcohol out of the wines. All right. Come on. All right. And then we'll go ahead and we'll work in, like I said, about a quarter cup of the miso paste. And like I said, just stir that in real good. Honey, would you get me three tablespoons of sugar? Very important final ingredient in this marinade is sugar. Just gonna keep stirring, really working that miso paste in. Try to avoid, you're gonna get some lumps, but not too many. The less the better. Control your heat a little bit, don't let it get too hot. Let's maintain a rolling boil. This is, can you slowly pour it into my, thanks, thank you, honey. See, I got her in another video because you guys asked for it. And I aims to please. And again, we're just working the sugar in. Make sure that it completely dissolves before we turn the heat off. Keep going, don't be shy. I'm stirring. I'm still stirring. I'm not done stirring. And I'm stirring. Thank you, baby, very much. All right. And those are the components of what will be the miso glaze. Once it cools, don't do it before it cools. You can go ahead and put it into a nice deep rimmed dish. All right. Again, let that cook down, let it reduce by some. It'll thicken from the sugar, it'll thicken from the paste, and again, create a nice sort of almost light caramel type glaze that you'll be able to dress the fish with. Once you've done that and it's cooled, you lay your fish flesh down, you wrap, you put it in the refrigerator for a couple of days, 2 to 3 days. Then you take it out and what you'll have are beautifully marinated and glazed pieces of gorgeous black cod. So from there, we'll go ahead and get the pan started. We don't even have to stop on this. This is good. You don't even have to stop. Throw a little oil in the pan. Get some heat going. You want to get the pan nice and hot. You want to get a nice bit of color. That Belfier is letting me know that my oven is ready. What we're going to do is, we're going to get a nice cook on the flesh side of the fish. We're going to turn the fish over. We'll let it cook another minute or so on the skin side. I'll take it out of the pan, I'll put it on a flat pan, put it in the oven and let it finish cooking in there. While that's going on, I have baby bok choy and dandelion greens. Typically I use just baby bok choy, but I saw some beautiful dandelion greens at Whole Foods yesterday, so I decided to grab some of those as well. They've been thoroughly washed. Very important you wash baby bok choy and dandelion greens. They typically come with a fair amount of sand and dirt. You want to get all of that off. There's nothing more disheartening than sandy, gritty baby bok choy. So we've done a nice job of cleaning those off. That'll hit the pan. Before we do that, turn this down. All right, see, get a nice little, no, that's all right, nothing's burning. Get a nice little smoke. And we're gonna lay the fish down. You want some brown spots, you want some almost black spots, which we're gonna get. Take it up just a little bit, there we go. And what we'll do is we're gonna cook this for about 3 or 4 minutes. Doesn't have to cook very long because again, it's gonna finish in the oven. We'll let that go. My tongs. Yeah, there they are. I knew I had them out. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Perfect. Perfect. Like I said, 3 or 4 minutes. We'll turn it over. We'll take them out of the pan. We'll put them on a flat pan into the oven, and then we'll go ahead and cook off our greens. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Thanks. All right, so we spent about 4.5 minutes on the flesh side. We're going to turn it over. There's the colors I want to see on the fish. Whoop. All right. That marinade is really kind of cooked into the flesh of the fish. You've got some nice brown and even dark brown spots that are absolutely nothing but pure flavor for the fish. We'll let that cook for another minute on the skin side. I'm going to take it out, put it on the flat pan, and then we'll go ahead and deglaze the pan and cook off our vegetables. Okay, watch your head. Get all those flavors off the bottom of the pan. Cleans it up nicely. Could you please throw that into the oven? All right. We'll go ahead and we'll put our greens. Crank up the heat a little bit. Get them going in real nice. All right. So again, you've got some of the flavors of the marinade. You got a little bit of white wine in there that deglazed the pan with. But I like to add here, and again, this is just something that I like to do. A little fish sauce. Got a wonderful little Thai market close by. And again, for a little sweetness, I just love hoisin. I just love the flavors hoisin gives to anything. And we will put that down without overcooking. You never want to overcook your vegetables. You want them vibrant and fresh and lively. When you've seen your greens start to wilt, you pretty much turn off your heat and you're ready to plate up as soon as your fish is done, which should be another just about 5 or 6 more minutes. All right, so what we'll do is we'll turn off the heat here. We'll come back in about 5 minutes and we'll go ahead and we'll plate up our dish. And we're back. Our vegetables are cooked nicely. Our fish, as you can see, has gotten cooked to perfection. Just a beautiful glaze, cooked through and through from the oven. I've got some scallions to finish the plate off. So we'll go ahead and plate. So some greens on the plate, like so. Got that wonderful fish sauce and hoisin in there, just kind of working well together, playing nicely. Let's just we're only doing 3 right now. Let's put that on there. Just like so. Like so. And last but not least, like so. And we'll go with the old Salt Bay. We'll finish with the grits. Who I really don't get at all, but okay. He's done something fun for himself. All right. And then what I'll also do here is take a spoon. These flavors on the plate. I kind of did earlier, but yes, as my wife points out, fish sauce provides a nice bit of saltiness. I did add a pinch of some crushed red pepper at the end there, and you would be so kind as to help. Bring it out. There you go. Kevin, that's for you. And that is miso glazed, marinated black cod with baby back choy, and in this case some dandelion greens. Bon appetito.
Thank you.
Wine pairing wise, you know, because of the intense flavors from the sauces, I'm afraid to pair this with a wine. I think just a good Japanese beer would be great with something like this, a nice lava kirin or something like that. So, anyway, that's what we're drinking and with our cod today, if we had it, but we don't. Maybe I'll just pop a Corona or something a little bit later on. Thanks again very much for joining us today. We had fun. We made some black cod. Fish okay? Tender, flavors okay? Bok choy is a vegetable? Good. It's good to hear. We'll see you next time when we come back. And what's our next dish? Do you want me to do one more?
Special.
One more? Not yet? All right, well, we're going to save that the best for last. So next time we come back, I'm going to do a penne caprese. Until then, thank you again very much for being here. It's such a great honor and privilege for me. I love cooking for you all. Happy to cook for you any day. But hopefully you guys will be sitting at the table with us in the near future. Thanks again for watching Fast Where the Flavor's At. See you next time.